one last topic very quickly today I want to turn to. So my husband and I got to see this new film. It's called Social Dilemma. It's on Netflix. And I know many of you don't get Netflix anymore because they put, for a variety of reasons, one of them being maybe because of the cuties, disgusting porn that Netflix put out. But this is a film from Netflix called Social Dilemma. I cannot urge you strongly enough to watch it. The basic thing that they do in this film is they have real people, real former high-level people from Facebook, Google, Instagram, YouTube, even LinkedIn, high-level people intimately involved, integrally involved in running these social media outfits, telling America what really happens inside there and the danger to America's culture because of what those companies do. I won't summarize the whole thing, but I'll just tell you a couple things you probably already recognize. But number one, they do capture every keystroke you do. They capture everything you do. And that you are the product they are trying to market to. They're trying to figure out, what website, what, social media, what did Debbie read? How long did she, look at a particular ad on some website? How long does she take reading some story? They track everything you do, and they use that data, everything you do. They use that data to build and build and build a profile for you. So they know who you are, probably better than your spouse knows who you are. They know who you are, they know what you like, what you think about, what bothers you, what makes you happy. They know all about you. And several of the quotes that were in this movie, it's a documentary. It's not a fiction film. It's a documentary. Several of the things. The guy is Jeff Orlowski's documentary, Social Dilemma, and he basically talks about this idea that they don't just keep track of you, but they're actually molding and shaping you. They're molding and shaping you. They can direct you to do things. They can, through what they choose to connect you with, you end up doing what they're trying to command you to do. They are, it's really a, I want to read you one quote. I didn't find it fast enough, but yeah, I just want to, okay, this was the guy, Tristan Harris. Tristan Harris, a former design ethicist, meaning a person who works on the ethics of things, ethicist at Google. And another person, Anna Lemke, is an addiction expert at Stanford, and she talks about, I'm going to tell you her thing first. Anna Lemke, who is a Stanford University addiction expert, talks about how these companies exploit the brain's evolutionary need for interpersonal connection. You want to feel connected, and they make you kind of feel connected even though you're not really connected, but you want to reach out, you want to feel connected. So you have your phone in your hand every time you get up. This guy, the one who I mentioned, Tristan Harris, had this quote, and I'll close out this segment with this. Never before in history have 50 designers made decisions that would have an impact on 2 billion people. And I can't urge you to watch that film. I can't urge you strongly enough, and to recognize, not just because you're thinking about, oh, my kids, my grandchildren, young people. It's everybody. It's everybody. How you're molded, how you're manipulated. They're working very hard to make sure everyone in America thinks that Joe Biden is the most popular guy who ever ran for president since Reagan, and that everybody hates Trump. I mean, they're working on things like this to put this knowledge into the political realm. They're working all day long with the idea, how can we convince uneducated Americans, ignorant Americans, that Joe Biden is Mr. Apple Pie in Main Street, and he's a really swell guy, and he's brilliant, and he'll solve everything. And President Trump, he is a really bad guy. He's a really, really unethical, bad guy. They work to do these things. They work to manipulate you. They work to have, and so pretty soon, your information comes from social media, your perception about events comes from social media, your perception of people, political parties, everything going on comes from what comes up on your phone or your laptop or your whatever you have, whatever your device is. So your actual perceptions are less and less shaped by human interaction, by actually going to hear a candidate speak and asking a question, by actually reading a book and understanding the depth of things. All of that is cast aside when social media controls everything you think and what you believe about every single thing. And this is the power they have now developed. Several of these people, they had great speakers in this documentary, great people giving their points. Several of the points they made were essentially the idea, you know what, you're really better off, keep your kids off of them, and in fact, one guy was talking about how he tried to say, okay, I'm a little bit probably too addicted to my phone, so I'm going to try to come home from work, leave my phone in the car at least through dinner. Come home, see the family, but you sit down at dinner, you're scrolling on your phone. Just got to check this one text message. Oh, I just got to respond to so-and-so. Got to do this, got to do that. And pretty soon, you're not interacting, and your thoughts, your perceptions are shaped by the gurus, as this guy Tristan said, the 50 people shaping your perception of everything in the world.